We all get tired or hurt in socializing with others. On the other hand, it is also difficult to live in solitude. In Murakami's works, there are many protagonists who prefer solitude, but does this reflect the author's own way of life? In this video, I will focus on Haruki Murakami's Socializing. Haruki Murakami recalls his younger days as follows. When I was young, I tried not to get too deeply involved in various things in my life. Even now, I don't like deep, sticky relationships. If anything, I prefer a casual relationship. There is a saying that goes something like this: a prince prefers a light-hearted relationship. I personally like to create my own personal world and live there quietly, neither disturbing others nor being disturbed by others. In another place, he writes, I am more of a person who prefers to be alone. Nevertheless, after getting married at a young age, I gradually became accustomed to sharing my life with someone else. After college, I ran a jazz bar, so I learned the importance of being involved with others. I learned, quite naturally, of course, that I could not live alone. As a result, I gradually acquired social skills, albeit in a somewhat awkward way. However, one's basic personality does not change so drastically. The desire to be alone was always present in me. So, running for an hour a day, and setting aside that hour for my own personal silence became an important part of my mental health. Haruki Murakami seemed to make an effort to set aside time to be alone. When one reader asked him the secret to staying physically and mentally healthy, this is what he said. The most important thing is not to dwell on things too much and to forget about many things at random. I also try to avoid meeting people with bad personalities. I think this is very important for health. It is much more important than supplements. Even so, you will still be involved in unpleasant things. How does Haruki Murakami cope with such situations? Time is the biggest thing. Time solves many things, slowly but surely. While time passes, I read books, run, listen to music, and travel. He has also written about specific ways to live without worrying too much. The best one is not to wake up at the 3 a.m. of the soul, as Scott Fitzgerald describes it. At the 3 a.m. hour of the soul, any person can become extremely lonely. It is so lonely that you want to die. In order not to wake up at this time, we must be physically active during the daytime and keep a proper amount of fatigue in our bodies. He also says that with age comes the ability not to worry. There are a surprising number of things that I find that have become easier for me with age than they were when I was younger. For example, one of them is that I become less vulnerable. When someone says or does something terrible to me, I am less likely to have it stick in my chest and keep me up at night, like I did when I was younger. What do you think? There are many aspects that overlap with the way of life of the protagonists in his works.